We're going to show, Patrice Lejeune and I are going to show you how to use the hot press to glue up some marquetry panels. So, first thing I do is I take a rag, which is slightly damp with hot water, and I wipe the surface. This allows the wood to soak up the water so it doesn't dry out the glue quickly, and the glue ends up lasting longer. We have hot protein glue cooked to 140 degrees, so we put that on the surface using a thin application with circular motions. You might notice that the surface is properly toothed and flat. Now we have a mark for the up. We want to make sure the bird is on the right direction. So I'm going to put glue on the veneer glue side. In French marquetry, the veneer is glued face down on stretched craft paper. And so this is the front of the picture, and I'm going to put that down proper side up and pass it off to Patrice while I do the next one.
While he's gluing it, I'm going to be sure it's aligned following the marks we already have, and I will nail it in place. So I don't really like to nail usually, but on that one we're doing it nevertheless. And,
we have to be sure it doesn't move.
yes, and I have dark purple art fillets just under the glue tape, so I know where it is, and I'm going to nail in the dark so the small holes won't show. I have to go quickly because it is going quick. And cutting off the head so it doesn't mark too much in the wood. And I've done it following the grain on the wood, so if there's still a little mark, it won't show too much in the finish.
And we'll take the nails out after it sets. Obviously, you end up with lots of glue on your hands. That's why it's water soluble and not toxic. That's important. Okay, this one's ready. It's crooked. It really grabs, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful.
I wonder why people use this glue. Oh, I know. It sticks.
Yeah, there's a very fast and
Fast tack.
tack and very powerful. So we have the two inside already in place, the first stop, and I'm because the last stop. And so need to center the panel. On that one, the background is ebony, on the one we're doing right now, so the nails won't show too much in it, so I can nail wherever I want. But it's a hard one to go through.
We've been working on this project for 2 years.
Not full time.
No, but there's a lot of effort involved in making this surface, so we have to be sure it's glued properly. Bird goes up. try to press it initially with my hands to push out the air. Basically, I'm doing a pseudo hammer veneering technique. I'm done with my part. We'll get ready to press. The press is heated up in advance to quite a high temperature. 140, 150 degrees. Give me a piece of it. You have two aluminum plates that are separated so we can put the stuff between them. Put the clamps, put the marquetry between them. You have enough paper?
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready.
Coming.
Okay, here we go. Okay, you're in charge. So, we'll leave it in the press until it cools. We'll take it out. That takes about 4 to 6 hours. We'll take it out, remove the paper, check the progress, repress it if we have to. This just came out of the hot press after a second pressing, and you can see the imprint of the marquetry on the paper. We have 2 layers of paper here, and the paper serves to absorb the moisture from the surface of the marquetry, and that's a good thing because that dries out the glue. So now we have to see what the work looks like by turning off the paper. This is the exciting part. And to clean this up, we'll just use cold water. It's been dry overnight, so there's no chance of the glue coming loose. So by putting cold water on here, we can dissolve the paper and scrape it off and leave just the wood surface as a finished surface, ready for sanding and polishing, and it'll look beautiful. This is the exciting part. Everybody in the school that does marquetry on Friday, they get to take off the paper and see what their work looks like, so it's always a thrill. In this case, we've waited a year to see this surface, Patrice and I, so we're gonna see what it looks like, what the bird looks like. It's pretty neat. This is a very French method to build the picture face down on paper and then glue it and then remove the paper afterwards. That's a system that goes back to 17th century, 18th century basically. And the advantage is that you have the marquetry built on a flat surface with all the pieces face down on a flat surface. So it gives you a chance to really keep everything level and smooth, no matter what different thicknesses you have in the veneer. So I'll continue to do this until we have all the paper off, and at some point we're going to be able to see the picture. When we're done cleaning off the paper and the veneer is clean, then we can let it dry and scrape it and polish it. And on this particular picture we'll be using a bone and ebony trim around the perimeter, which will finish it off, and that same trim will be used on the box. This lid will be applied to the box with the trim, and when you open the box you'll see another bird on the inside, and that's our treasure box, Series 2. Get my stomach ready.
Yeah. Don't breathe.
What? What are you doing?
And you're not allowed to laugh. We're
I'm not gonna
because
make a
it's
noise.
gonna shake.
Are you shooting too?
Up. Video. Up.
Great. What? It's a good thing we don't work with glass.
Especially when you handle a hammer.
Oh, now we're getting personal.
Mm.
This is my work. Are we on?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
He's gonna laugh at you quietly.
Should we start at one point?
Okay. Basically, I'm doing a pseudo hammer veneering technique. Manual veneering technique. Plaquage allemand.
Snares?
You can edit that out.
Yeah, I think so.